Woo! Coming up on LiveWire, we've got a great show for you today. We have a whole crew of people from California stage from a company called Straight from the Heart Productions. And they're going to do a new play by a guy named Sean O'Connor, and it's we're going to let you know what it's all about, but you have to stay tuned for LiveWire right after this. Hi, with me in the studio is Patrice DeHart. She's sitting across from me, and she is a producer and director of this new play called New Truck for Paulie. And it's going to happen at California Stage, and you can go to see it. So let's meet them. Where's the music? Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
You brought your whole crew
I
here.
did.
My goodness, look at that.
Most of them.
Whoa.
I've never met them before. What are you talking about?
Oh, I see. They were in the hallway. Oh,
I just
okay.
found them.
We were promised food.
Yes. They're very
funny.
talented, though. They're very talented.
They are. I
Yes.
actually have seen all of them on stage a few times. Not at the same time, though. So this ought to be really interesting.
Oh, good.
So tell me, you were walking down the street one day and you
Yes.
thought, everybody laughs out there because that's one of my introductions. And you say, I think I want to do this play, A New Truck for Paulie. What do you think? What do you think?
Yeah. I first read it when I was working as an editor, and it was for this great company that was helping out teachers all around the world get plays for next to nothing so
Good.
that you could put on a play and expose children to theater for the first time. So Sean sent in this particular play, fell madly in love with it, and every other play that he sent in. And I think I probably sent it to Matt and anybody else because I was like, you guys have to read this, it's so good. That was way before the pandemic, I think. So it was just, once the pandemic was over, we were just so excited to get back into the theater and
Yes,
do
absolutely.
something juicy like this.
Good.
This is
And this
fun.
is juicy, huh?
This is juicy.
Okay, good,
Yes.
good,
Yes.
good.
Yeah.
So just a little question about what you said. Children's plays, they did children's play, got low cost to teachers to do plays.
Right. Elementary all the way up
Still
through
still
high
around?
school.
Is the
Still,
organization
yep.
still with us?
Yes, it is.
Let me know who they are.
Oh, I will. I will. Yes.
You know, I can help people.
Yeah,
You know,
absolutely.
I've got a little powers.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's a great service for teachers, though. Yeah.
It's great,
Absolutely.
great.
Yeah.
Okay, well, why don't you introduce your people here and what their characters are, and why don't they do it, huh?
Okay, I think so.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
know who they
You
are.
do it. You do it.
Okay, I'm Adriana Neves and I play Jeannie.
That's
And
it.
you play who?
Jeannie Parcells, sorry.
Yes.
And what kind of person is she?
Jeannie. Jeannie is your typical 1960s homemaker. Loves her kids, her husband, her life. She is someone who is in the process of growing. Her children have grown up, and she's experiencing this desire to go out and to explore. She loves photography. She wants to learn. She wants to, just do her thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Sounds pretty
And
interesting.
So she, she goes through this time, throughout the play, and at the end, she realizes that she's got this strength within her to do those things. She grows. There's a great big growth that's happening with her, and she just, she becomes the strong human that she knew she could be.
That's great.
So-
Something had gotten in her way, I think, right?
Yes, she does have some struggles.
Okay, well, you can hold on that.
She does have some struggles.
Hold on that.
And,
I
you know,
think
she
that may come out, but we don't know.
Yeah, but she overcomes them. She overcomes them, with great strength, and she gets in there and she
Sounds like
lives
I
her
want
life.
to go and see you do that. Okay, let's go to the next one.
I am Daryl Lee Hart. I play Gus, and I'm the obstacle she has to overcome.
Oh yeah.
As long as Paulie has to overcome me too. I'm pretty much stuck in my ways. It's
I
the
see.
1960s. I'm conservative. I don't understand why women want to go do things outside the house.
Yeah.
So a lot of-
Amazing.
so my character has to grow during that time period, but he fights it the whole way. So
Okay.
Hi, I'm Heidi Schuler, and I play Julie. Julie is a 17-year-old girl who lives next door to the Parcells family. She is sweet and bright, and she's also looking to explore the world outside of their town. And in the time of this story, she becomes one of the conflicts between the two brothers, Paulie and Nikki, because they're both in love with her, and she, her heart is with one of them, but she still cares deeply for the other, because they all grew up together and they're really close, and she doesn't want to hurt anyone. So it's a difficult situation for her to be in, and it's really fun to play.
It's a great love triangle.
Yes,
If you like
exactly.
romance.
Oh, okay.
It's good.
So if you love love triangles, check it out.
Yeah.
Patrice, you could just jump on in,
You mean like I just did? Yeah.
All right. What about that guy?
Well, it's my turn, I suppose. I am playing Paulie, who is the elder brother in this family who went off to Vietnam and used to be the prized possession of Gus over here, who he looked after and kind of pushed me into a lot of things that maybe I did or didn't want to do, and I was always trying to live up to that respect and expectation of the elder brother. And so I went to Vietnam and found that things weren't always as they seem, and went through a little bit of the trauma that we hear about so much in regards to Vietnam, and I'm assumed dead, and lo and behold, I'm not. So I come home and cause a little bit of chaos in the family with my changed perspectives and trying to get the respect and love of my father,
Wow.
which
Okay.
is kind of the
Really great
inciting
to
event, I think, of the whole of the tale and as it unfolds.
You know, there are so many plays that dealt with people coming home from Vietnam, and a lot of them really didn't get at the idea of how you mixed back into your family and how your changes affected their relationship. So this sounds like a really interesting and important play about that subject.
Yeah, I think it's really beautiful, especially when you see, for me, especially being kind of outside, because I'm still part of the family, of course, but I come in a little bit after the beginning, and, they're in a very good rhythm. They're kind of happy, and things are moving along quite nicely, and then this guy comes back, just kind of like a force of nature, and absolutely turns everything on its head, and doesn't destroy the family, but forces them to look at some things that they didn't really have to look at before.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's
it's a really nice
Which
a
is
nice moment.
key to the change of America and what happened with the boomers.
Mm-hmm.
Boomer men who went and the boomer men who didn't, and how that affected where we're sitting right now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We've
So-
been getting that kind of response from the audience members. I mean, boy, this past weekend we had no idea it was going to affect people the way it did. I mean, they were coming out like in tears, and we were like, "Oh God, was it that bad?" No, but I mean,
we'll be better.
I mean, there were. I think even the playwright came up to me and he just said, "I need a minute, and hang on." And I was like, "Uh-oh," and he just said, "That got me." He's like, I got very emotional several times. So we were hearing people's stories about how they either got drafted or avoided it. I mean, it struck home for a lot of people, and it's very moving. And I think it's a really timely play about, we were so divided back then.
Yeah,
It was love it or leave it, and you had the people who were coming back saying, this is not the war that you think it is, and people who were resisting that, you know. And I think it's timely. We've got friends and families splitting apart because of politics and everything. So
Right.
it's very similar.
Okay, so how do
Yeah.
I get to see it?
Well, you got to come to the California stage.
Oh, and
Let's see.
when does it play?
Well, we opened last weekend. We're at California Stage Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We've got 4 shows a weekend all the way through the end of the month.
There, they put up a screen and it says that. 2509 R Street in Sacramento, and it plays through July 30th. And is it always at 7 p.m.?
No.
Saturdays it's at 1.
Friday, yeah. Friday's at 7. We have a 1 and a 5 show on Saturday and a 1 o'clock on Sunday.
Okay, and 1
Yeah,
o'clock on Sunday.
1 o'clock on
Oh,
Sunday.
that
So
sounds
that
like
you
a
can
really
just come
good time
see
for
it
people.
and then just go on with the rest of your day.
Ah, it sounds right. And it's called, what's it called? A new
It's
truck for
called
Paulie?
New Truck for Paulie.
I want to know about the new truck, huh?
Yeah.
That's something to-
Gotta come see it to find
kind
out.
was
You
it?
got to figure that one out there.
So let's look at some pictures, and maybe you
Okay.
can narrate that.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, so,
Okay.
but you don't have to be a union person to do that.
Okay, that's good.
There you go.
That's
There we
good.
go.
All right. Oh, yeah. Well, that's Josh Dalton, and he couldn't be here today, but he plays Nicky, Paulie's younger brother, and there's Heidi, looking fabulous as always. You know, this is Paulie's not home yet. He's gone. He's presumed shot down by the Viet Cong. So they're all trying to pick up with their life. Yeah, this is a shot when they get home, and that's a little consequence of that love triangle I was talking about.
Oh, I see it.
Dad had to come in and bust them up there. So
Wow.
yeah. There's the family once again, and that's just really.
They're not telling jokes in that
No, that's just sort of like, you know, the family going, "What are you talking about? This isn't a just war. What are you saying?" And that's just Gus imparting his fatherly wisdom to his son about, you know, doing your service for your country regardless. That's what you do. This is Phoenix Brewer. He's fabulous. He plays Frank Mandel. He served with Paulie, and he comes back after losing a leg, and he's a young guy, really young, and it's heartbreaking. He is just not the same. He's broken. He's really broken, and your heart goes out to him. Once again, more family drama. More family drama in there. Yeah, this is actually towards the end of the play. Oh, that's another little conflict there with some boxing gloves. And there we
And
go.
there we go.
All right.
All right. Wow.
Got a lot. Got it. Action, adventure, romance, you name it.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it pulls me back to the Vietnam
Does it?
War and what I
Yeah.
did and didn't do.
Yeah.
You know,
Did you serve?
no.
Well, aren't you glad?
Went to the best draft lawyer in the country.
Good.
Sat down and he said, "Listen to these tapes, and when you get before the worst draft lawyer in the country in Los Angeles, it's a toss-up." I got there and I sat in front of them, and I told them my piece and why I don't think we should be in this war.
Yeah.
And you know that you all older men, you probably served in World War II. Probably I would have gone on with that. I don't believe in killing. I don't
Yeah.
believe in any of that. And I turned to one man. I said, "You believe me, don't you?" And the guy goes, "Yes."
Wow.
And the other men went. I was out.
Wow.
But they sent me also to do work. What do you call it? Work. And I went. They gave me a booklet, and the booklet said, okay, hospital, theater, hospital.
Go back
So
to
you go to the hospital, right?
Yeah, sure. Okay, we're going to take a short pause. We'll be back with y'all guys in a minute. Okay, we're taking a short pause for the cause, and we'll be back in just a trice.
I'm an ex-drug dealer, and I'll be your sub today. Can you see anything different as a pill?
No.
You don't know?
Fentanyl is being mixed into everything now. There's only one thing that will save somebody's life. That is naloxone nasal spray.
Fentanyl, it's cheap, it's potent, and it's profitable.
Why would drug dealers put a lethal dose of fentanyl in drugs if they know it's so harmful?
Really just all about the money.
I just didn't realize that one pill could change your whole life.
More kids should know.
We're back with LiveWire and with the company that's producing a new play called A New Truck for Paulie. And it is by a guy named Sean O'Connor, who is a New York playwright, right?
Yeah.
And he's got a lot of plays. I've got his bio
I
here.
know.
It reads like, whoa. He's got so many awards. And this play won an award, didn't it?
It did.
Yeah. So it won kind of a national award.
Right.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's but you get to do this new play. This is great.
Yeah.
And so I guess if you just tuned in, the play is still playing. It opened last weekend. It is playing through take it
this
away.
month, all the way through July 30th
There
at
it is,
California
okay.
Stage.
Through July 30th at
That's right.
7. It says 7 p.m., but it's
Yeah.
not 7 p.m. It's
7 p.m. on Fridays, 1 to 5 on Saturdays, and 1 on Sunday.
and they can just Google calstage.org, or they can also jump in Google your email, which
Yeah.
is
Go to our Facebook page. yeah.
Facebook page,
Yeah.
which is what is it?
I think it's on the screen.
It's on the screen.
'Cause I don't-
Was it on the screen?
Yeah.
I wasn't
know.
looking.
It was. Oh, there it is. Now it's on the screen.
Okay, there it is. Okay, there it is.
That's it.
Facebook. Okay. It was all really good.
Yeah.
Good. And it's interesting. I've seen all of these actors separately in different plays and all of that. And I think, have you ever worked together before?
We did. We
have
do
done many things together.
Iceman
What do you
Color
mean
together.
you think?
We did Iceman
We've
Color.
also done Death of a Salesman together.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And 12 Angry
Yeah.
Men.
So yeah, we
It's
worked
part of
together.
the upper echelon.
Yeah.
You know what I
And
mean?
then the other ones
The
are
upper
forgetting. Those are
echelon.
the big
I think
ones,
the
yeah.
point is that each and every one of them are so perfect for their characters. Like,
Yeah.
these were roles that were just made for each of you guys. Like, it's just so much fun. So much fun to watch.
So
Yeah.
just a little more. I'm so intrigued by the fact that this New York playwright, you got a script and you asked
Yeah.
if it came out and all that, and did it all. So what intrigued you about the play? Why? Where's the fire? I mean, what happened?
Oh gosh, it's just how he writes his characters, and like you said, you know, nothing has really dealt with the family unit and how, you know, a family could be completely obliterated just because you take opposing views. It's very timely, you know. I had to do. I mean, he's got a bunch of other plays that I would love to do too, but you know, one at a time. But what's great, he saw it on Saturday, and I had no idea it was loosely based off his life, and so that kind of just bumps it up to a whole other level for us, I think.
I think it's an
Yeah.
important thing to do,
Yeah.
at least a story about this kind of character and his family, and about
Right.
the family. I think it's so important. I mean, you
Right.
know, my mother or my parents, they didn't know they said, you should go. You know, what are you talking about? This is America. You should
Right.
just go to service. And then my mother came up to visit me at Berkeley, and I was on the march with the anti-war people out on the campus. And she saw, and she said, "Why are you doing this? Why?" You know.
There's a couple scenes
Yeah,
in this play that deal with
there's-
that.
Yeah,
Same thing.
absolutely right.
He's going
Yeah.
to protest, and I am totally against what he's doing.
So this one
Yeah.
one guy came running, and a National Guardsman was running after this guy with his rifle, and he quarters him in the front part of the main hall at UC Berkeley, and the guy can't move. And he's got to list his rifle. My mother goes flying up there. My mother. She takes her purse and flings it over the top of her head and hits the guardsman. This guy's got a rifle.
Wow. And so she got drafted immediately.
No, well, she did. She got drafted into being anti-war.
Good.
Yeah, I mean, that turned her around, and she really understood that this war we weren't fighting for our lives, we were fighting for the oil rights or something.
Yeah.
What? We don't know.
Right.
I did see that it was about oil rights too.
Yeah.
For the offshore drilling rights of war.
Yeah.
Now we lose all those men.
Yeah.
At any rate, I think it's important for us to go and see this kind of play.
Yeah.
It tell us the truth about America.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we have to tell them again how to get there.
You can go to our Facebook page, New Truck for Paulie. We're running California Stage all weekend long, all through July 30th, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
You could just actually put in New Truck for Paulie, Paulie, not Polly, Paulie.
Right. That's a different story. Yeah.
And it'll come up. I did it.
Yeah.
So it's kind of really
Absolutely.
interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. Good. And
Yeah.
there are other people who worked on this, like you had a costumer and everything. It's really a full bore theater.
Sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Chris Amick, who is such a
Oh,
really
Chris is
fine
great. Yeah.
set builder.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So we have some slide. These are not slides. There are short films of your actors doing their stuff.
Oh, good. Okay.
So let's look at one.
All right.
I need you. Because the decision I made to run that day, and that was the hardest decision I ever made. And in my heart, and that was the most right thing I ever done. And I need you right now to respect that. And you don't. You don't have to agree. But I need you right now to respect me.
Gussie!
You're a coward.
Gussie, stop it!
You're a lowly coward, and then your grandfather rises from his grave and strikes you down. You are no longer my son.
Gussie! Gussie, if you walk into that room, Gus Parcells, you could walk yourself right out of this house. Paulie.
Come on.
Don't listen
Mom.
to him. Don't listen to him.
No use.
What are you doing?
Going.
Okay, New Truck for Paulie by Sean O'Connor, California Stage, 2509 R Street in Sacramento, and it plays timing again.
Fridays at 7, Saturdays at 1 and 5, and Sundays at 1 p.m. I got it now.
I love that you got the tone down.
I
That's for sure. You could take this by.
Right.
Hey,
Okay. It'll be like, Kelly and whoever. Yeah, sure.
Well, it's so good. And, I really think that every time there's a new play, like an important play that deals with some parts of our history or some parts of current life that are important, that there really needs to be the city, not throw themselves down for another Hello Dolly, okay, at Music Circus. They do. They dance.
Not that there's anything wrong with that. Yeah, right.
But these are issues that we theater speaks to.
Yeah, it's great for young people to learn about this too. We've got young cast members in the show that they don't know what it was like to watch TV and wait for your draft number to come up and the stress of that and be sent away when you're 18. It's something really important to teach the younger people.
Sure.
Yeah.
There were 2 members of my high school team that didn't come back.
Oh. Yeah.
Whittier High School.
Wow. Yeah.
But
you need to make sure it doesn't happen again.
yeah,
Yeah.
we did. So it's an amazing process. And do you like doing new plays? I mean, is that part of what your company does?
Oh, sure. Yeah. Anything new and exciting. I mean, it's always difficult when you've got something new that people haven't heard of to come out and give it a try. But boy, I don't think anybody's going to be disappointed. I'm so proud of this show and the work everybody has been doing. You guys are awesome. I mean, I'm objective, but you know, but
Yeah, you're being
really, I mean,
objective, I can see.
even in rehearsal, I would watch it over and over again, and I would get teary-eyed and get choked up every time. I'm like, I've seen that 12 times, and it's still, you know, it still gets me.
Yeah.
So
Well, it's interesting. You talked about the playwright's reaction to it. Seeing play, you know.
Yeah.
Took off. Good.
Yeah.
And you were walking down the street one day and you think, I need to do an anti-war play. All these silly comedies and look at my bio. Look at that bio. Comedy.
Walking through life. No, yeah, Patrice actually and Daryl brought it to me in, I think it was 2018 and said they wanted to do it. Or 2019 maybe. It was somewhere around. Right before, yeah. And I read it in a coffee shop, actually, in Shine over in downtown Sacramento, and I was sitting there reading it, crying in the coffee shop, and I was like, well, yeah, I want to do this play. And then COVID happened, and we were able to put it together within this last
Fantastic.
9 months, yeah. And I think it really is a story that deserves to be told. It's a really beautiful tale, and it captures a lot of the issues, as Patrice said, that we're going through together as a society and as families, and maybe a little bit more of a retrospection and what we should be doing as opposed to what we are right now. A little too much fighting, a little not enough acceptance of each other.
Right, yeah. We all forget about those. Oh, you know, World War II. Well, that's so far away. Few people died.
That's history.
And how about you?
How did I? What? Okay, what
What's
brought
the
me
question?
here?
What's the question? Oh, okay, we have to wrap it up. We do, actually.
Yeah.
So tell me, the last to speak.
Basically, just I was told about the auditions for it, and then I read the script, and I thought it was beautiful, and I thought this character was great for me, and so yeah, I'm really happy to be a part of it.
Okay, well, let's say yeah to everything. Okay, raise your hands. Good. All right. We'll see you next week with LiveWire, and I want to thank these folks for coming, and go see that play.